The Aftermess.
Give it up for Socks. Socks! Name continues. It's the Aftermess podcast, Joey boy.
Socks.
And Sienna. And producer Jules.
Added that last minute to my funnel on the gram.
Subscribe to the Aftermess podcast. Producer Diz just said we got a couple hundred more than last week. About 1,200 subscribers. Not mad at that. Let's get it going. Keep subscribing. Share it, like it, comment what you want to hear and see more of here on the Aftermess podcast. Today's topic is looking for the butt. Who is looking for the butt? A few of us have been looking for the butt because Sienna has butt. She's had a butt, 3 years now?
About 3 years, yeah.
3 butt anniversary. She's had the butt.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Some of us are found new butt, and I guess we're self-sabotagers maybe? Well, at least I am.
Yeah.
You feel like you're a self-sabotager?
I am.
So here's the thing. I'm dating somebody, and I'm like, everything's going really well. What's the butt? Mm-hmm. Now, last week, we did the bro show, and JD and my son Jojo, who joined the show since Sienna was sick, we asked each other, why are we single? It was a really great question, and they both said, I'm really, really picky. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for the butt. I'm a pessimist when it comes to relationships since I've been in 2 marriages, failed marriages, and relationships just don't work out. So all of a sudden, I realized, maybe I am a self-sabotager. Or maybe not that. Maybe I just look for the butt. Because like JD says, I'm too picky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and your mother brought it up to you.
My mom.
Like you were talking about her.
You're right.
Talking about somebody, and then your mom goes,
but because she knows me. Like, oh, no, this person I'm dating, she's really, really cool, Mom. This is and that. But I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, but what's wrong with her?
That's so funny because that exact conversation just happened to me when I was telling my friends about this new guy that I'm dating. and I was like talking, I was like, he's this and he's this. And I was so excited. And then my friend said, and she's like, but? And I was like,
Right.
no, there isn't one.
Okay, so that's interesting. Do you think everyone does that then? Because like you say,
absolutely.
if you're talking to someone and then automatically you're going to say, but what?
super normal because I just, nobody's that perfect. So you're like, all right, well, what's
Yeah.
What's the imperfection?
Yeah,
How
what's
big
the
is
con?
it?
Mhm.
Does she have a crazy baby dad? Does she have a badass kid? Does she? Yeah.
It's almost like you're looking for the ick.
I am, and I want to stop that.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
I
Well,
think-
drugs help. Yeah, Zoloft helps.
Yeah, I think sometimes too, I find myself doing it if like I'm a little nervous of getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really not even that you're looking for something wrong with that person. You're doing that to protect yourself because falling in love with somebody puts you in the most vulnerable place of your whole life because you look at them and go, I know you could literally rip my heart out and crush it at any moment, but I love you so much and you're so exciting and there's so much intrigue, whatever, that you go for it anyway.
You're almost setting yourself up for the butt. Like, tell me what the butt is so I can deal with it.
Right. But sometimes there isn't
There
one.
isn't anything.
And you should just fall into the happiness and joy that you are experiencing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or you embrace the butt.
Yeah,
I mean,
embrace
that's
it.
what's
Yes.
gotten me 6 years in my relationship. You just embrace the butt.
This is perfect.
You brought that up.
Yeah.
You're the one that brought that up a while back. You're like, hey, no one's perfect. It's kind of like, what are you willing to put up with?
Yes.
You were
Yes.
the one that was talking about
Absolutely. And I think I still stand on that. No one is perfect. Let me embrace the butt. Like, what is your butt? Okay. Well, my situation, there is no crazy baby daddy or anything. But if you're dating someone and like I have a psycho ex and they're this, that, you have to, at that point, am I going to embrace this? Mm-hmm. Can I be with that person now that I have to deal with this person? And some people are like, hell no, tapping out. Mm-hmm. Or you date someone, baby daddy's fine. The kid is a fucking asshole. You're like, God, that's the butt. Mm-hmm. All right. How old is this kid? 4 or 14? There's a difference.
Right.
Like, before you start doing math, this little motherfucker's going to be out in 4 or 5 years. Okay. 4 or 5 years. Can I invest 4 or 5 years? 15 years you got to invest. Or maybe they're just at the stage, so you got a butt. But, with Ivan, you guys happily married in a relation. Was there a butt that you dealt with at the beginning that you had to deal with the butt?
Yeah, so he was with his previous girlfriend for 4 years, and I think they had just been broken up for about 2 months before I met him. But he had told me that he wanted to propose. He went ring shopping. He found a ring that he wanted. He wanted to marry this girl. But I think at that time, we were 2021. So in his brain, he thought proposing would fix the problem, almost like how people think having a baby will fix a relationship. doesn't work, don't do it. Never
Yeah.
been there, but I already know, just don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
But he wanted to propose because at the time, I've already shared the story that he found out that she was cheating on him. So I think there was something where he was like, okay, if I propose, then she'll commit to me and whatever. So for me, I was like, okay, I've only known this guy for about 2-3 months. But when we started feeling each other and I was like, okay, maybe I really do like him. I was like, what does he do to like go to the certain extent of proposing? Like, why would he want to propose to fix a problem? Is that his problem solving? Like, I don't know. It just icked me out to
Right.
know that 2 months ago, 3 months ago, he wanted to commit his life to another woman, and
I
now
get
3
you.
months later we're banging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know a lot can change in the matter of 2 to 3 months, but it just that really gave me the ick. I'm like, do I really want to commit myself or like get into something with a guy
To
who
someone who'll be like, let me propose or give you a baby to try to fix the problem.
Yes.
Right.
and who just got out of a relationship.
Right.
So I didn't know if he had any of those, any of that baggage to carry over.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't, because if he really wanted to, he could have hoed it out because
Yeah.
his ex cheated on him with a friend that he had. It was
Oh,
just
really?
a horrible
Oh, shit.
story.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a deep butt.
It's
Yeah.
a deep butt.
It's a deep butt.
Yeah, it's not just
Deep
like,
butt. That's straight anal right there.
motherfucking
Shovel.
dog.
Yeah, no lube.
Yeah, none. Raw
Oh
dogging.
man, I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that he proposed to his last girl.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
ever remember hearing that.
I don't think
I
you
didn't
told
know
that
that.
story, but that's a great butt. Yeah, for you to be like, you just were gonna propose to someone you like me, but that's a
Yeah.
great butt. Like, does this guy try to solve a situation? Let me put a ring on it. Let me put my thing in it. Get her pregnant. Let me lock something down. Yeah, that's a big butt.
That's a more
Yeah.
serious butt, because the butts we're talking about are so minuscule. They're very much so icks.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as you don't like the car that they drive. It makes them look cheap, or
Right.
you know, like it could be stupid
Shallow
shit. That's
butts.
like a
That's
shallow
a deep
butts.
butt.
That's a deep
We
butt.
need shallow butts.
Ours are more flat butts.
yeah, flat butts.
Flat butts.
You got
That's a BBL.
Yeah, you got a BBL. Definitely. Fresh BBL with a BBL pillow. Like, fuck.
Yeah, you have
Waste
diaper butt,
non-existent.
dude.
Yeah.
That's a diaper butt.
Diaper, yes.
Well,
Straight
good thing you
up.
dissolved that shit. So
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah, I
More
allowed-
like real. That's like a real
that's
thing.
a real
I
crazy
embraced
one.
the butt, though. I
Yeah.
embraced
No,
it.
good for you.
Yeah,
You kind
yeah.
of like waited it out instead of.
because when you know, you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
but there was nothing that like really kind of semi-icked you out where you self-sabotage a little bit with Ivan? Nothing?
I mean, at that point, I had already chose Ivan between a friendship, so I feel like I just was all in at that point.
You were in.
Like you
Yeah.
were in you
No,
nothing
don't get me-
physically like there
Don't get me
wasn't-
wrong. Like in the past, I have self-sabotage of he doesn't have a nice car or his house looks run down. I've done that before, but with my husband, the person I'm spending the rest of my life with, that was a huge but. But I embraced it and I was like, you know what? He's not hoeing around.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything crazy. He's genuinely a good guy. I embraced it and we're married.
So the term, are we self-sabotaging then? Or you just because what I'm getting at, maybe it's not self-sabotage. Everyone is doing that. They're looking for the butt because they were hurt. You're
I
more
think it depends on the butt. I mean, if it's something that like you just can't get over, and if you're staying in a relationship, then you're just you're just sabotaging the relationship for the other person too, because you're not going to move on from it.
Because now that I'm thinking about it,
But-
self-sabotage is basically everything is going good and you're trying to find a problem to not make it good.
Yeah.
This is just looking for the butt.
If you're looking for it, then
That's the problem.
That's the
You're
problem.
looking.
That's-
Stop looking.
Stop looking.
And just enjoy
Right.
that.
I don't think it's self-sabotage if like something arises
You're
on
right.
its own and you don't like it.
You're right.
That's not self-sabotage.
Right.
That's just a butt and you're dealing with
you're
it.
looking for the butt, like
But-
basically the term.
yeah.
So let's take self-sabotage. I don't think we're self-sabotage.
Don't you
We're
kind of
looking-
have to look for a butt?
No, you shouldn't. They
I know,
should
but
just
you
come
kind
up.
of have to look
But
for
why
a
do-
butt.
I see both sides.
But aren't you kind of, if you're asking the question, like when your mom's asked, they're like, but isn't that looking for it, right?
Yes, because
Yeah,
then you
right.
start looking for it. And I
Yeah.
told my mom, like,
That's
there's
what I mean.
There's not
Yes.
really nothing personally. There's some other like background stuff, but it's not a butt. So she was like, wait, what? Because my mom is so
Yeah.
used to the butt.
Same.
But
My
she
friends
has
are-
a baby daddy, but she has, kids, and
Mm-hmm.
but she lives in another state. But there's always a but anyone I've talked to in the past couple of
But
years.
it's okay that there isn't.
Yeah.
Just accept that.
But permission to be sexist.
Oh, what?
What?
Usually it's our fault. It's the man's fault. And
Yeah.
to women's credit, a lot of the times you guys are looking for the butt because a lot of guys can come off as the nice guy. They come off, they're real smooth and suavemente, like in the beginning stages.
No, that is so true.
And so I feel like, with all due respect, because I got permission to be sexist, women are like, "What's your butt? Like, what's what's your issue?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's fair is what I meant to say.
It's
So now
a
I'm
fair
balanced.
question to ask, but it's
Balanced
also
butt.
okay if like nothing comes up. But I also think 90-day premium trial, that's why it's important.
That's
'cause-
fucking ridiculous.
No, it's not.
90 days.
Yes, I think it takes 3 months to truly get past the honeymoon stage with somebody and to really open up true colors and to get comfortable with somebody. And once you hit, it's the fucking 3 months, I swear to God.
What does ChatGPT say?
I
about
swear. 'Cause I feel like any guy that love bombed me or I felt so good about or whatever the hell, but like there was always these little butts, but I was ignoring them because of my rose colored glasses. They always came to the fucking surface at 3 months.
I don't know. I feel like Jules is already in love after a 9-day rule.
Yeah.
Oh no! In the situation that I'm in right now, I fuck that 3 month rule. I'm not in that right now. I don't know.
You're like, are you in love with this guy?
Dude, I might be.
Yeah.
I
Have
don't
you
know.
said it?
Maybe.
But how many days in? Listen, I'm a
Pretty close.
Like,
I
listen.
just don't want to be judged.
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
I do
Right.
appreciate. We were talking to our boss, and I didn't know that story. Hey, big shout out to Chris Hernandez, 10-year anniversary.
My boy.
I went to his wedding 10 years ago. It's crazy that was 10 years ago. He has a beautiful wife. I love
Yeah.
his wife, Trish. She is like an awesome human, just not wife. You could just tell she's a great person. I was like, wow, 10 years. And then I started getting the story about them. They met like in October and she moved in January. That's fucking
Dude,
crazy.
it happens like that.
But they're so
sometimes.
happy, and you can tell they have each other's back. So who am I to judge what love is? So hey, man, if you fall in love with a guy in 9 days, that's wild. But
I don't know. It is crazy. And I've never done this before, ever in my whole life. But to me, I just am like, if I feel it, I feel it. And we did like 2 days of like, I love your hair and I love this and I love this. And we were just like fucking moving around the whole world.
and I love
Yeah, and it was just like, and I love
you.
And it was just so funny. And so we're laying there and he goes, what are you looking at me for?
I'm just.
Just listen. So we're doing that for like 2 days. And then we're like sitting there and he goes, who's going to slip first? And I go, fuck, I love you. And he goes, I love you too.
What? How many
I
days
said I
in?
love you already?
I just said that.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but listen, I just don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't care at all. Like, there's not, usually I'm like, I would never say that. I would never like speak it out into existence because I don't know, but there's something in me.
Right. It's him.
Shit. I don't know. I'm a fucking happy ass camper and I'm
love
just
it.
like shouting from the rooftops at this point because I just
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You shouldn't,
I
right?
know,
No.
but it's been rough for pretty much everybody. You haven't thought for a second, be like, hey, this is great, but
Oh, of course I
There's
do.
one thing, yeah.
Of course. Like, I definitely have those thoughts in my brain. I'm like, this guy could literally be a serial killer for
What's his
all the
mini
fuck
butt?
I know.
what's his mini butt?
But
I really, truly, you
Does he
guys.
snore
What's his-
too loud
Come
or?
on.
No,
is he-
I think it's cute.
Come on, he don't leave dishes in the sink. What's his mid butt?
hey,
No.
Jules, let's text these people we're dating and ask them what's our butt to see.
He's gonna say I don't have one. I promise.
Well, then that's the butt. He's
Literally, my
lying.
last
He's a
text
liar.
was just my
Pathological
last text from
liar.
him was just, "Hey, thanks for being you. Okay, bye."
Cute.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess it's just
Yeah, it's just you and me, JD.
You guys, hey, chop it up. We're trying to get content here.
What's your mini butt?
Well, I will say the way that it actually happened relatively recently, and I've noticed it over the last couple of years. The way someone talks to my dog, that has been a mini butt for me. Like I have come across a couple of ladies who have been maybe more, I guess they're disciplined with their dog, like maybe the way that they train their dog. And they'll think that my dog is supposed to be like that. And that's like a huge problem for me. I don't like that. Like they'll be like, hey, sit. And my dog, Oakland, he only sits for food. Like that's just kind of the way I trained him.
Well,
He's
they probably don't
loving
want
and
him
caring.
jumping on them.
It doesn't matter. Like he's such a sweetheart. And so that like when they couldn't get him to sit, it almost was like they frowned upon me for not being able to train him properly. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Fuck your dog.
That's your butt.
Your dog.
Yeah, my dog's not gonna be like that. So like whatever. But the way they were talking to my dog, I'm like, wait, is that how you talk to people too sometimes? And I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah.
I got an answer already, by the way.
Wow. Fuck,
I said, "Hey, for podcast, what's my butt? None. No butts. No nuts. No coconuts." It was 4 multiple texts. So,
Bars.
Yeah,
Got a rap,
she
too.
responded.
Fuck your fairy tale, man. What's going on here?
jealous.
I love it.
She responded. She says, "You dated strippers in the past."
There it is.
That would bite me in the ass.
Like strippers.
Speaking of biting in the ass,
All the buns, all the coconuts, all the nuts.
All the nuts and all the coconuts.
fuck. I love it. No regrets.
No regret.
No regrets.
Yeah.
I will
don't
say
know.
for you too, I'm telling you, I swear by this, and I'm not a huge like universe astrology kind of person, but when you don't look for it, it comes to you. That's exactly how it happened with Ivan.
Yes.
You guys, you were trying to, your Instagram baddies, you were on Hinge or whatever the hell it's called, and look at what happened.
Yeah, I stopped. I,
Mutual
literally
friends.
Literally
stopped.
the week before I met him, I deleted all of my dating apps. I said, "Fuck this, I'm done," and I just I blew everybody off.
remember
for
that.
like a week, and then
It's
it was,
true. Everyone watching this podcast or listen to the podcast, we are a testament. Stop looking. It'll just happen.
Stop looking.
Because literally, I was like, I stopped. And me and JD had conversations on the fucking money we spent on these dates is crazy. And I was like, what am I doing? So I just stopped. I went to church and they had a whole sermon. It's like they were talking to me to stop looking for it. Friends told me, family, just my sister. I love my sister. Just stop looking. It'll just happen. So I just focused on this show, my children, my health, and a passion project. I brought back the family YouTube channel. And then I found someone that wanted to, that said that they liked me. I was like, okay, let's try this out. And we started dating and, here we are. But it's true. Stop looking. Just stop looking. It'll just happen. There's no timeline. It could
No.
be 9 minutes like Jules, or it could be like 9 weeks like me.
And I didn't even give this guy literally the time of day. I didn't answer his first text to me for like 3 days, and then he sent me.
Why? That's a good looking guy. So
I
you
know.
see this, you just.
I was just think so over dating at that
Right.
point, and I just was like, I just don't care. I don't want to go on this date. I'm so over first dates. And then I got a text, and he was like, 6 p.m. this restaurant this day, and I was like, well, I can't say no, so I went, and here I am. So
And I know, and I knew your boyfriend's ex.
Mm-hmm.
The smallest, biggest city
dude,
ever.
whatever. I mean, it just is what it is. I don't know. It's just
so
like
crazy.
It
Like you
is
said
very crazy on how everything is connected, but
And you're in love after like a
fuck
week or
her
two.
loss.
Yeah, her loss,
Her
to be
fucking
honest.
loss, honestly. This guy treats me like a literal fucking princess. So I'm like, I can't complain.
Let me text her and say, hey, what happened between?
Oh my God.
You want to find the butt? Let me
What's
find out.
Jules' butt?
What's Jules' butt?
Yeah, what's our producer's butt?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my God, looking for the butt. Looking for the
That's all
butt.
great and dandy what you guys were talking about. That shit's a lie, bro.
What?
Because I stopped forever. I mean, there had to have been, how long do you think that was? Probably a good 6 or 7 months.
Listen, you're lying because we actually saw someone that liked you and you just didn't proceed when we thought this is the perfect girl for you. You just said no.
Yeah. You also need to leave the door open and like take opportunities when you're doing that. You can't just not talk to anyone and say fuck all the opportunities that are falling into your lap.
Yeah, maybe
Which
I'm
is-
just self-sabotaging. This is good therapy,
I
guys.
think you just
Yeah.
like to be by yourself, and there's
Maybe.
nothing wrong with that.
Maybe.
I honestly think you just like to be alone, and that's okay.
That's okay.
It is.
Yeah.
I hate being by myself.
Same.
I hate it. Last night I had
Me
nothing to
too.
do, and I wanted to text the girl I was talking to or do something. I was like, man, I fucking hate being by myself. Even JoJo has a better fucking nightlife than I do. He's at the D-backs game. He's raging. I'm like, damn, I'm just home chilling. I want to be with somebody. But there's nothing wrong. I know people that like being by themselves.
Yeah, I can see you being. This sounds harsh, but
No,
I
say
can
it. No,
see
no,
you
say it.
being single
No,
forever.
say it how you want to say it.
She just did.
I can see you dying alone.
Thank you.
Start digging the grave.
There's Sienna. Told you.
Deep for you.
Didn't want to
Say
listen.
it how you want to say it, and then say it
Nice.
for you for not
Fucking
hurting my
Sienna. There she is. Topa Chica. Burying JD. Automatic.
What are you doing?
Supersonic.
dirt on you.
That's spitting on your freaking grave. I'm sorry.
Wait, do you really feel like you just like being alone? Because there's
Yeah,
nothing
I
wrong
really
with
do.
that.
Yeah, there
Maybe every once in a while go out with somebody, but you're just like, nah, I'm cool. I just
And you
want to
know
be.
what sucked about being in a relationship for a while? I think a lot of people can relate to it. They might not just admit it. I think after a period of time, you really have to be like obviously invested and in love with that person, because I do feel sometimes outside opinions can play a factor
They do.
Oh, yeah.
in a relationship.
Absolutely.
So I think a couple of times for me, there were those instances where I'm like, I'm not used to that sensation and that feeling. So that could be pretty wearing when I just would rather not worry about it. It's like, all right, go date, have some fun, or just die alone.
I agree.
Am I right?
I completely agree. That's why I try not to share almost the butts or like the things, those like little things, because people tend to share just the bad things or things that annoy them about their significant other to their friends. And that's where you get really fucked over, because then you start like making that your truth and like how you perceive that person.
Yeah.
And then you don't like them anymore.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. Well, my situation is like, this is just the beginning. We're just like talking. This is not like, I'm not in a committed relationship, but you know, she's getting her advice from her people. But since I'm kind of, people know me out here, or you're dating that guy. So she's getting the opposite. Because you guys have met her and you're like, I like her. She seems sweet. And dude, go for it. Just
But we
enjoy
only
it.
know what we know.
I know sometimes you're searching for the butt. Like they're searching for the butt.
No, well, they're giving her almost the opposite. Be
Right.
careful.
Right.
Right.
That's what
Take
I mean.
it slow with him. That's
right,
Joey
right.
Boy from the radio.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I
Is he
heard
gonna-
one time.
Yeah.
Even
Oh,
though
yeah.
you go on the air every single day and go, I'm so lonely and I want to be in love. And everyone's like, watch out.
Yeah, I know. Watch out for that guy.
I feel like they're
right.
describing your character, because at the end of
Right.
the day, like, you are who you are on the radio, but that's
Yeah.
not who you are as a person too. Like, you are very vulnerable and you share
Yeah.
your life on radio, but sometimes you're not like always that guy. Does
Dang,
that
she
make
called
sense?
you fake as fuck.
No, it's just like there's something you
Crazy.
turn on and off, like
Yeah.
as working in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
We know.
But I feel like I'm more honest on the air. Like you said, I'm like, hey,
You
I would
are.
love to be with somebody and I'm dating for a purpose and with intent.
Yeah.
But everyone's in her ear like, you sure he's not going to get back with his ex? That's
Yeah.
another thing people are telling her.
Commit to her.
Huh?
Commit to her.
Wow.
Do it.
Wow. Look at you.
Hey,
like,
guys, she's ready to write self-help books. Fucking no Robbins over here.
I'm all knowing.
get married in 3 hours. Bye, Jules.
I had an epiphany, okay? About my
Dating
life.
for Dummies by Jules.
It's going super fast for you.
It's going very fast, but I just don't. But I've heard so many stories like Decipheres and things like that, and I'm just like, you know what? It's not. It's yes, it could be a red flag, but could also be like the biggest green flag. So I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like, fuck it. I'm just closing my eyes, jumping off the cliff, and
Okay, let's get real with it. What's your timeline? You met him, went out with him day one. From day one to how many days after that or weeks did you say I love you?
it. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. And hey, man, it's a love story. How fast are you guys moving in? You think, honestly?
Oh, I'm not. My lease ends at the end of May. I'm re-signing for another year. I told him I was like, I don't want to do that.
You wouldn't want to move in.
No, because we've both lived with exes before, and we've both had horror stories, and I think we're just gonna wait.
So you've already had that discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Has he any rebuttal on his end? They're like, wait, but I mean, you already told each other you love each other.
Yeah, because we felt it, you know?
So you just want to have your own places.
Yeah, I don't think there's no reason to like move forward. I think we both know exactly how we feel about each other, and we don't need to live together
Right.
or get married or do anything crazy to
You want to
show
get married,
each
or
other
are you just
that.
looking for a soulmate?
I do want to get married at some point, and so does he. He wants to have kids one day. You know, he's a couple years older than me. He's 31, so you know he's at a place in his life where he's dated. He's done all the things. He knows what he's looking for, and I hit all those check boxes for him, and he's hitting them for me. So, just is what it is.
Man, that's
I'm-
crazy.
I feel pretty
Jill's
good about
gonna have a
it.
kid by Christmas. This is
That one
wild.
before me.
Hey, dog, are we about to have a slap bet? Who's gonna have a kid first, Jules or Sienna?
Oh, I'm
Hopefully
down.
Jules.
We have to
Listen,
make it
I'm
right
only
now.
26
Okay.
and I don't want kids before 30. I do not.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
want
cool
kids.
story.
I mean, I only have 2 more years left in my 30s, so
Yeah.
Wait, so when do you want to have kids? What
after
age?
30, I would say like 33.
33 and you're 28.
No
so
fucking
fine.
chance.
You don't
All
think
right.
she is?
You think I'm gonna go
Or
earlier than that?
Yeah,
or
it'll be
later?
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 31.
Face of stress, disgust.
Can we put that as a gift?
Oh, you're gonna put your body through that.
I don't want to.
You're putting a whole cantaloupe through a straw. You don't know.
I don't want to be pregnant at all. There's not one part. You know, women are like, oh my God, I loved being pregnant. There's not one part of me that even wants to be pregnant. I don't want to feel
Right.
it. I don't want to birth it. I don't
Yeah.
want to throw up. I don't want any of
Any
it.
of that? Yeah.
Anyway, what we're talking about?
When you're not having kids.
Yeah.
Well, my vote is for Jules then.
For sure.
That's crazy. I need to
Her
fucking
first?
post this man on my Instagram before this podcast drops because I haven't even fucking hard launched him yet.
Have you soft launched them?
No, but he's soft launched me. He's actually kind of done it funny ways. He's been like posting like my ear really close up or like half of my face.
Blue Origin flight.
Little
Didn't
things.
you post him in a dump or no?
I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought you soft
Sienna
launched a
caught
little
that.
bit.
I did.
Yeah.
I soft launched a tiny
Yeah,
I
bit.
think I
soft
did
launch.
remember that.
That sounds
Yes.
like
I always
Yes.
do like my monthly dump story
Yeah.
posts, and I did include him in
So
one
it's a
of
little
those
24-hour tease
It was just a little
Yeah.
24-hour tease
on the stories.
Well, shit. So the hard launch is coming. Well, this is being recorded the week prior, but this weekend. So on Monday when this podcast drops, he'll be out.
So with the soft launch and people, explain what a soft launch and a hard launch is for people that are not versed.
So a soft launch is pretty much where you don't show the person's face, right? It's like if you're on a date and there's a hand or
Right.
there's like hair in the corner. Hard launch, full thing, full throttle.
Yeah.
The person is on your profile. You see who they are.
So my situation, people been hard launching the person that I've been going out with. Mm-hmm.
For you.
For me,
Which is annoying.
It is annoying, especially when they'll take the picture and they'll send it to my ex. Like, don't do that. That's so obviously I had to tell her, and it just sucks. There is no.
Well, there's a lot of people that obviously don't know that you're dating her.
Yeah, well, it's just
The
we're
hard
just
launch
like
is everybody, the whole shabam. You
right,
tell everybody, the people that have no clue.
right.
And there's a lot of those people.
Yeah, well, it's just something where we just started talking, so it's just not even like
You don't need to launch anything.
yeah,
Just keep the
people are
keep the
doing it for
rocket
me.
there.
Yeah.
we fucking
That's
go.
the whole fun point of soft launching someone is to keep people guessing and the mystery of it anyway. So fuck it. Like, keep them guessing,
Right.
whether or not you're dating or not.
Right, I'm gonna take a picture of her jeans.
Yeah.
A pinky. Then at the end, I'm gonna put it all together and it's JD.
Oh, we gotta do that.
Gotta do that.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, let's start it right now.
Actually,
Let's do it. Oh, let's get people talking.
Well,
Let's
his
get people
toes look
talking.
very feminine, as we all know when he took over my
Wow.
Instagram. So
Okay, wait. Do I put? Could I put my? No, you're.
No, and
Yes, hold hands. Oh my gosh, hold hands like that.
okay.
Like,
Okay, and then we'll just. But you
roll
gotta.
your sleeve up.
Okay, wait. Put it over here so the camera can see.
Wait, no, put your sleeve like this. Like make your
Oh my
hand
God,
look
yes,
like
you-
this.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes, yes,
totally
yes,
girly
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And then just put my hand over
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let's
like
have
this.
fucking
Yes.
people talking.
Okay, I don't know how to
ready?
show this.
Okay. So
Just take a photo and then show the camera.
like this.
Yeah.
Ew, it's icking me out of his fingers like with the sweater. Cute.
That.
That's a horrible angle.
But his hand looks so small and feminine.
It does look so small.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, Joey's dating a white girl.
Right. You are so white.
Yeah, you are. Jesus,
God.
you're pale.
Well,
Like
no,
Joey
that's the
hella
ring light,
dark.
dude. That is not accurate. I've
It's
been
okay.
tanning.
I'm white too.
All right. So we'll do maybe what we do, but it's gonna be something like this.
Yeah, I love
it.
Let's get people fucking talking right here.
Hell yeah. If they're going to talk, make them talk anyway. Yeah.
Give them the laugh, Sienna. I love it. Fuck it.
Great.
All right, that was good. All right, looking for the butt. Okay, we've determined, y'all, it's
Yeah.
not self-sabotaging.
No.
It's more you're looking for the butt, and we shouldn't look for the butt. It
Don't
could just
look.
be a good situation, and maybe we're just as lucky as Sienna and Ivan, Chris and Trish, you and Dee Dee. I'm gonna be respectful. And all right, just looking for the butt. Just leave it be.
Everybody's human.
Yes.
Everybody's human.
Everyone's human.
Yes.
Yeah, if there is a but, that's when you sit down and, write out your pros and cons list of if
Yeah.
you can
Embrace
Did
the
he-
butt.
did he
Embrace the
wanna-
butt.
Embrace the butt.
Embrace the butt. Embrace the butt. Embrace the booty.
Yep.
Embrace the butt.
Shallow, deep, in between, whatever you
Did
want.
he want to propose to somebody before? Did he have
Maybe.
extra baggage?
Or embrace the hand.
Does he have no butts? Is that the butt?
Yeah.
Is the butt not having a butt?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Dang, why am I about to get hella roasted for that photo? That's like,
No, you are.
We got to do it like once a day and then like put it all together. You got to wear the same outfit though on
Yeah.
reveal
Yeah,
day.
you gotta shave your beard.
Like, yeah.
Let's pierce his ears, paint his
like
nails.
this. That's fucking
oh, I
like
could have put the hoodie. I could have never mind. It's getting weird.
You're really getting into
You're
it.
getting into it.
Yeah, I
I was like,
know.
maybe I'll put the hood over and I'll like hug you or something like that. Or
Well, it's a literal thing. My friend had me do it for her one time to like send to this guy that she was talking to a
People are fucking
Snapchat.
mean.
Yeah, so I had put on a pair of basketball shorts and a hoodie, and I sat like this with my arm over her. You couldn't see my face though at all, and she was like cuddling me, and I looked like a fucking man. It was awesome. I loved
that
it
so much.
She's evil.
y'all
Hey.
are tricky.
think
I was
I've-
just helping a girlfriend out.
Hey, Didi, found your butt. Crazy.
Over and done. You're good.
Are we doing life advice today?
Yeah.
Let's do some life advice.
Okay.
All right. How does life advice work?
So basically, every once in a while we post up on the story. Please feel free to DM or leave it in the comments on YouTube, wherever you like. But just ask us some questions, include detail about any advice that you need in your life, whether that be relationships, work, kids, whatever you're feeling. And of course, I lost the page that I was on. Give me one
The
second.
last 2 weeks, it's ended up on me, so I need someone else.
Aw.
It's the
Why'd you put your head like that?
I don't know. This is when I get into the mode.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. No, wasn't it Joey last week?
No, it was
No,
me.
it was
Oh.
It was JD.
Okay. This one's kind of good because I feel like we all kind of got to where we are at in our own way. So I don't know EM_. She wants to know just some advice on how to figure out what she wants to do with her life. Because I think she's feeling just very lost, doesn't know what path to go down. So maybe just like ways that she can figure it out. I don't know.
Does it say how old she is or how old she look? Why the fuck did I ask that?
Why would you? You didn't even ask permission to be sexist.
Wow.
Why did I even ask?
Cancel him.
Wow.
Is she older? Is she...
I soft launched with this guy. Jesus
Yeah, we should be
Christ.
No,
ashamed.
she
God.
looks younger.
Throw more dirt on his grave.
She looks,
Sienna.
she looks
Spit on it.
younger.
Yeah. One more time. The question is.
How she can figure out what to do with her life. How do you figure out what you're meant to do in your
Okay.
life? That's the question. All right, here we go.
Damn it.
Is it fixed? Do you have this wheel fixed or something like dice?
We just call this Ask JD.
Yeah.
No, listen, man, there's plenty of time on the shot clock. If you don't know what you want to do, why don't you just write some things that you're interested in? Because I do feel like everybody in their heart kind of knows what they want to do. There's a difference. Sometimes you feel stuck professionally, and then sometimes you're stuck because you literally can't do anything because you're maybe in a financial strain. Like, you know, you really want a nice place, but, you know, you have a shitty job. But if you want the job you really have, then you have to eat more shit because you got to go to school. So I think you just really got to focus in on what you really want to do, and then you just got to go for it. I think we all have had to just go for it and get kicked in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And that's just inevitable. And if you really want to get to where you're going, get ready for the shoe.
Get ready for
yeah.
the
shoe?
shoe.
What does that
Kicked in
mean?
the face.
Oh.
You know what I mean? At least
The
that's what I
barn
think.
burner.
Get ready for the shoe.
Yeah, just get ready for the shoe.
Hey,
I think
kids,
you
get
really
ready for the
gotta-
show, see?
Oh my God.
These size 10 and a halves.
You just got to maybe make sure you're in a good space mentally also, you know, because it sounds like sometimes when you feel like that, you just need a good cry. You need to talk to your mom or your dad or your best friend.
Oh.
And then just go from there and, I don't know, write some shit down. And always start with the list.
I like
Maybe
the
travel
list.
somewhere.
I like the list too because
I like
I
the
always feel
list.
like people, you can make your hobby into a career. Like
Yeah.
I truly believe that, especially in today's world. I feel like it's so easy to start businesses now. So yeah, I don't know, write down some hobbies because I feel like people who don't know what do they do, they don't want to work for anybody really.
Yeah. And you have to be ready to work. I think we live in a time where people just don't want to labor.
I
Oh, you're
agree.
calling we
So
us
I
lazy?
think you need to,
Yeah.
you know, if that means sacrificing for 6 months a year, at the end of the day, it's really not that long. So, you know, if you have to eat it for a year, then
Sometimes you have to do something you don't want to do for the other door to open
Yes.
or for that
Yeah.
opportunity to
Interim.
come in.
Yeah.
It is. You have to do something
Yeah.
I was
shitty.
gonna say, you have
get
to
the good.
start at the bottom and then just try different things, you know, whether it's interning different places or applying different jobs.
Yeah.
Just keep your options open.
Yeah, I worked at fucking Merrill Lynch for a financial advisor before I figured out I liked entertainment. So, you know, and the only reason I ended up in entertainment is because the girl that sat behind me was a fucking rally back for the D-backs. And she was like, hey, you should do this. And I did. And that changed my entire life. And I would have never known if I didn't work there. So
Yeah.
you just got to do.
and sometimes, majority of the time, your idea comes off of an accident.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just living.
Yeah.
And sometimes the best ideas will come to you on accident.
So stop looking. The theme, stop
looking.
looking.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
yes.
There it is.
Full
A bow.
Just
circle.
the bow is off.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Circle of life. Throw a show at it.
Get ready for the show.
Right here. Right to the forehead. Heel marks.
Heelys.
Thank you guys for checking out the Aftermath podcast.
Here, guys.
Just stop looking. Just stop looking.
Stop looking and get ready for the shoe.
Yeah. Thank you, Sax.
All right, Sax.
The Aftermath.